Scams are rampant. Yes, scams are very much rampant, especially now with the way the economy is, the state of the economy, where we have a global crisis. Or maybe I should say America. Is America the only country currently going through this crisis? We have the government shutdown, layoffs, job losses, right? Hoping this is the last week of this government shutdown and the Republicans and the Democrats come to some agreement to end this shutdown so we can go back to some normalcy. So hopefully this week they come to some agreement. But we're going to listen or view some stories of individuals, okay, who have experienced their bank accounts getting wiped out or close to being wiped out basically by scams.
I just got a call that almost gave me a friggin' heart attack. They said that they were gonna unalive him if I didn't send them money. So at about 3 a.m. last night, I got a call from my brother's contact on my phone and someone making noises like they were getting beat up. And then the guy says, "I have your brother, you better come help him. I'm gonna unalive him." This is called a virtual kidnapping scam. The scammers get your information online from like obituaries, and then they look up your family member's phone number, and then use AI and other tools to mask their phone number as theirs, call you, and then use fear to try and get you to send them money or personal information, whatever it is. They even go as far as playing fake sounds or screaming in the background to make it really believable. If this happens to you, a few tips are to 1, stay calm. They're going to pressure you and you need to think before you react. 2, try asking personal questions that only your family member would know, that wouldn't be online somehow in any way. If you have one available, try and call your family member on another line, because they can still pick up even when this other person is emulating their phone number. Do not send money or any other personal information whatsoever. And lastly, call the police. Report it to them so that way, even if they can't do anything or catch them, they can still warn other people about it. This is absolutely wild. This is the world we live in, but I'm still very grateful that this wasn't real and it was a scam and everybody's okay. Make sure you interact with this video, like, comment, save, and share it with others to spread the word, because this is absolutely freaking crazy. There's no way. And as always, God bless you guys. Have a good day.
I was just like shaking a little bit. Can you imagine going through something like that? It's like something you see in the movies, not something that would happen in real life. But you have scammers who will go this far to get money, okay, from individuals such as this, from everyday people. Cloning your family members' voices. Yes, AI can do this. And imagine someone calling you and saying that they're holding your family member hostage, and you hear screaming in the background that sound just like them, or they can get on a phone sounding just like your family member and ask you to please send the money and da-da-da-da-da, and you're like freaking out, right? Now, of course, depending if you are close to your family member, you can call them just to double check, get in touch with them to see if they're okay, right? So how would these kidnapping virtual kidnappers even be so bold to think that they could do this and you can't verify whether or not their family member is kidnapped? Is interesting, right? But that is very much disturbing.
So I got probably the scariest phone call that a parent could get yesterday. It started off with a little girl crying, saying like, "Mommy, I'm scared. Like, Mommy, please help me." So of course, as a mom, I'm like, "Baby, what's wrong?" Thank goodness I did not say her name, or either one of my daughter's names. But a man gets on the phone and tells me he has my daughter. So I start recording, and bless you, as soon as I start recording, this is the rest of the phone conversation.
Call these motherfuckers. I ain't no for their bitch. What these motherfuckers be? Barbie.
You said you have my daughter?
Happy Jennifer. Uncle Jennifer.
He knew my name.
Call the cop. Go ahead, motherfucker.
You said you have my daughter?
Well, you don't understand, motherfucker. This is a fucking kidnapper. You gonna help her? You want to kill her? You wanna record her? But then now you won't find this minerality. I'm a thinker to the Mexicans here with us. You will never find it. Quinazo.
Let me tell you something. I have a 6-year-old, and if I had a call like this, that someone is holding my daughter, OMG. Let me know in the comment section your thoughts. I don't have words for that. Like, I absolutely have no words for that. Right? That right there will make me completely like lose it. Right? Let's continue.
Somebody committed fraud on my debit card in 5 different states. Emptied my bank account. And it's Sunday. I called to have it canceled. She told me it could be up to 90 days before they refund or... I can't even think of the word. Put the money back in my account. She could tell it was fraud because most of these were brick and mortar establishments. How did they do that? How did they do that? I have my card with me. It's not stolen, but in a period of 1 hour, they wiped my checking account. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
The helplessness in her voice really like touched me because, again, this can happen to anyone. This could happen to me, and God forbid if that happens to me, I would break down just the same, but I know that I have the support of family and my family and friends that is there, right? And it's about starting over, and we do not like starting over, and we work so hard for what we have, whether it's our money, whether it's just working hard to have some stability, which is tied to our finances and what we have in our bank accounts, okay? And to have that all stripped from you and taken from you. You could just imagine, debit card cloning debit cards. They will clone your very debit card. Insane. All right. There is a scam going on where you have to be careful when you're swiping your card. I forgot what it's called, a skimmer or something like that. Let me know in the comment section if you know what I'm talking about, where there's scammers putting little tracking devices in those swipe things that you swipe your card to pay for groceries or food or gas or whatever, and it will collect your debit card or your credit card information, and scammers are using those. I believe it's called skimmers or something like that. Times that we're living in.
Hello.
She's at $23,000 already.
Where's she at right now?
You're watching a cryptocurrency scam caught in real time.
Yeah.
Can I talk to you for a second? Hello.
She's at $23,000 already.
Where's she at right now?
You're watching a cryptocurrency scam caught in real time.
Yeah.
Can I talk to you for a second?
Please, I have the bank on the phone.
Okay, let me talk to who you're talking to on the bank.
I'm in danger.
Okay, stop putting money in there.
Fran Bates, 85 years old, has been coaxed to a gas station she's never been to, up to a machine she's never seen before, and is now a click away from losing tens of thousands of dollars of her life savings.
Do not click anything.
Lieutenant James Stewart arrived in the nick of time.
No, listen to me. Do you really want to fight this fight with me? Yes, it is my problem, because what you're doing is committing a crime.
Because Mindy Jordan, an eagle-eyed observer in that gas station, sensed something was wrong and called 911.
She was my angel.
Your angel?
Yes, she rescued me.
I was so scared for you.
Well, I was beginning to get pretty afraid, too.
What was happening on your computer? Fran says she was convinced to click a link, and then the scammer then spoke to her through the speakers of her computer, and over the course of 2 days persuaded Fran that her bank account had been infiltrated, and she needed to withdraw all of her money to be deposited into something called a Bitcoin ATM.
True, that's
It seems
exactly
so
what
hard to believe.
I know, and you think if you had to listen to it, you would wonder what's going on with that woman. Doesn't she realize what they're doing to her? No, you don't.
But they've got you.
Oh, they have you right where they want you. Thanks to this young lady, because of her knowledge, and I had never, what was the machine that I was?
A Bitcoin machine.
Bitcoin.
Fran is just one of dozens of victims ABC News and our owned television stations have found who were lured by scammers to deposit money into a Bitcoin ATM, a machine you may have walked by but never noticed, popular in gas stations, supermarkets, and liquor stores.
They just kept reeling you in more and more. You had no idea that this was a scam.
He walked me through everything on the Bitcoin machine.
Amy Nofziger, the director of fraud victim support for AARP, says her team fields dozens of calls every day from victims of a variety of different scams that all end the same way.
Bitcoin, even with Bitcoin. But it's very important to notify the authorities immediately when these types of situations occur. Although, when there's like a threat, if you were to do this, they have access to your account, they just wipe you out. You're like, okay, what do I do? But I don't know what I would do in that situation. Maybe record the whole situation and call the police. I don't know. But this is mind-blowing again. Insane.
All of my money was stolen from a phone scam. Here's everything you need to do if this happens to you. Call your bank's fraud department and report it. Compile all of your evidence, document whatever you can, screenshots, phone recordings, save that. Report it to the police. Call your local non-emergency line and start a case. They will get back to you within 24 to 48 hours for details and for whatever evidence you have. Go to your bank branch, bring ID. You're going to want to cancel your debit card and get a new one. This is optional, but this is what I did. Fraud department and report it. Compile all of your evidence, document whatever you can, screenshots, phone recordings, save that. Report it to the police. Call your local non-emergency line and start a case. They will get back to you within 24 to 48 hours for details and for whatever evidence you have. Go to your bank branch, bring ID. You're going to want to cancel your debit card and get a new one. This is optional, but this is what I did. Open a new checking and savings account. You're going to want to leave the old accounts open until the fraud investigation is complete. If you were locked out of your online banking account like I was, your branch will help you get back in. With your new client card, you will set a new password. For additional safety, attach a new email address to your new online banking account. Call Equifax and TransUnion to flag any suspicious activity on your credit report. Continuously follow up with your bank on the fraud investigation. If you're in Canada, report it to the RCMP. Be careful.
Stop what you're doing. Listen, please, 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 please. The scariest scam just happened to us. I'm still very shaken. It didn't even happen to me. Please send this to your parents. If you have older parents, if you have older grandparents, please send this to them or let them know that this is happening, okay? So, about half an hour ago, my husband got a call from my phone number. It had my picture, it had my name, everything about it. It was my number. It was like a regular call. He didn't even think anything of it, answered the phone. On the other line was a guy saying he was holding me hostage and was going to shoot me if my husband did not transfer him money through Zelle. My husband immediately started texting our good friend that's in the FBI, and that guy instructed him to keep the guy on the phone, and that guy instructed him to keep the guy on the phone and try to have that guy put me on the phone. Like, if he really had me, put me on the phone. So Josh my husband, is keeping him on the phone, trying to tell him to put me on the phone. In the meantime, he's also tracking my phone. Well, I happen to be at the hospital because my son had a doctor's appointment. So our FBI friend leaves work and is headed to me to make sure everything's okay. Josh was able to drag this phone call out for 5 minutes, and in the meantime, this guy's asking for, he's getting hostile, and he's asking for the money via Zelle. My husband's like, I don't know what Zelle is. Do you have Venmo? Because he's just like trying to prolong the conversation. He's like, I really need to talk to her. I need to make sure she's okay. After about 5 minutes of this, he still wouldn't put me on the phone, obviously, because I wasn't there. So Josh, my husband, hung up and called me right back, and I answered, and he was like freaking out, right? Anyways, the scariest part of all this is that they call from your number, and they knew everybody's names. So
please spread the word that this is a new scam, because it is very realistic. It is very terrifying. And I know that a lot of people would just give them account numbers to get their loved ones back. Gosh, just spread the word, please. Hopefully, if we spread it far and wide, we can squash this.
Right, so, yes, so I'm spreading the word by sharing these TikTokers, content creators, stories, right? So you have basically heard various experiences and the various types of scams that are wiping out people's bank accounts. And some of these stories are very, very much disturbing and scary again, right? So I'm just going to end it here, guys. Let me know in the comment section below this video your thoughts about this and what you suggest. If you have suggestions or if you have been scammed, then let us know. Sound off in the comment section below this video presentation. And thanks again for watching and joining me. And until next time, take care of yourself as well as your loved ones and stay safe.